Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus new moon reading for the month of January. This is a tarot oracle reading, and Aries, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Aries, we still all have a little bit of Aries in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Aries in? That's where this energy will show up for you. My goal is to provide valuable information to empower you. Be aware this is a general or collective reading, so parts of it may or may not resonate with you. This is also a timely reading, meaning that whenever you see it is the perfect time for you. If it's been a while since I have posted this, check back in what was going on in your life at that time. It may give you more clarity. Here is the underlying energy for this reading, for the entire reading, and it is the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands is talking about someone that knows what they know, and they have conviction beyond a doubt. This is the direction that they're going to take. The wands represent action, and there's looks like this person has moved to higher ground because of the actions of others, and they are protecting their heart with this wand. The energy is they may have just had to really rush out of the house to be able to rescue themselves, and they're wearing two different sets of footwear here. On one foot we have a shoe, and on the other foot we have a boot. And so this is talking about being in two different cycles or two different energies, and it's been showing up quite a bit in the readings because we just moved on January 1st from the 2025, which was a 9-year, and that is about ending a pretty much a decade-long cycle and moving into a new decade-long cycle. So we're not just we didn't just move from 1 year to another. We actually moved from one decade cycle to another decade cycle. And a lot of people are feeling this. And the new moon is accelerating that energy. It's amplifying it. And so we have this energy coming in. This can represent having one foot in one world and the other foot in the other, not quite where you want to be yet. So that's cool. That's okay. This is a new year, and it's just the beginning. Also, we do have the Chinese New Year coming up on February 17th. So if you've already blown your New Year's resolution, don't panic. You have another chance coming up here right around the corner. All right, so we have, for the underlying energy for the internal forces, we have the moon itself. So this moon on the 18th of January is actually the first new moon of the year, of course, and it's in the sign of Capricorn. So this Capricorn energy is really pushing us to want to move forward in a strong way. Aries is really feeling this energy right now because Aries is also in the sign of Capricorn right now. And the Aries energy is, that's the infant of the zodiac. So this is like just perfect energy for you. My cat Stella is here. Are you going to be a good girl and sit on my lap? Okay. So we have the energy of the troubled waters here. And this lobster is moving forward and trying to stay on their path. But he has to pass between this dog and this wolf that are both howling at the moon. Or it could be a coyote, I guess. And he has to stay on his path and be vulnerable. These two pillars represent staying on your destiny, on your design path. We have the sun also reflecting back because the energy back from this moon, and we also have the Mars and that is Aries. You're ruled by Mars, so that's why you're maybe feeling it a little bit more. Mars is parked in Capricorn energy right now. So let's see. We have the wounded warrior. So you're feeling, you've been through some sort of battle, and it's talking about dealing with the actions of others or yourself. But here you are representing yourself as the wounded warrior. So you have managed to stay on your feet, and you have like this. I feel that this is back in 29. You were defending yourself, and now that we're in the new year, you're the wounded warrior, but you're starting the year out and you're standing on your feet, and you will. This is conviction beyond a doubt that you absolutely know what you know, and this is the direction you want to go. You're leaning hard on that ninth wand and ready to bring that new energy in. And we have, there was some sort of a tower that hit. So the tower looks like a bit of a scary card, but really what it is a reality check. So it's, in the end, it's not pleasant sometimes to be in the tower energy, but it is usually very beneficial. So how often does lightning strike? About as often as you win the lottery. So the chances, that's what this energy is saying, that, the lightning has hit the turret and their castle's on fire, and they're falling out of it. And the energy is, one of them is really shocked, and the other one is like, oh, I had a feeling this might happen kind of energy. And this is saying that some sort of reality has hit home. Generally, the universe will gently try to whisper to us, hey, you want to pay attention to that. And then if we don't listen, then the frying pan comes out. And if we don't listen to that, then we get the 2x4, the tower. So this is just saying, I can see here that you've been, like, there's 8 towers, 8 wands planted behind you. Now these represent what the seeds that you've sown in your actions. This is your internal forces. And so you have these behind you. And this is just showing that you're willing to stand up for what you have worked for. And I'm getting this reality check is not a bad thing for you. I feel you were expecting it. And then we have the King of Swords coming in. So the King of Swords is representing an authority figure, someone that is in the profession, a profession which they use their words rather than, hands-on work. And this energy is talking like the King of Swords understands the power of words. They understand words can be used as weapons, and they can also be used to uplift people. And the swords represent your mind and your control of the mind, and how you wield that energy, basically. And so the King of Swords sometimes represents someone that you would maybe go to for advice, or maybe because of everything that's happened, Aries, even though you're the baby of the zodiac, you're way smarter than people give you credit for, is what I'm getting. And the energy here is also talking about, when you consider that Aries is like the infant of the zodiac, the state of being is that, being a newborn, you're helpless and you have to rely on other people for advice and for them to care for you and all of that. But you also are in a very natural process where your instincts will tell you exactly what to do. And you look at how much a baby goes from helpless to, by the time they're 1, a lot of times they're at least standing and about to walk, practicing to walk. You've had to learn to sit up, to babble, then to say a couple words, also to crawl, and then, from a crawling position, get up and start to stand and then walk. And this is a natural progression that happens. It's not like you are having to say, as a baby doesn't say, today I'm going to learn to sit up. No, it just, it's a natural progression, and it happens. And so this is what's saying that the reality check is also bringing that energy in. This is kind of a natural thing that needed to happen, a natural shift that needed to be, so that you could move forward in your journey. And then you have a strong foundation here. This is talking about, the pentacle represents your health, wealth, happiness, your lifestyle, everything on 3D on the planet. And this particular card actually represents the 3 levels of making money. And at the bottom here, it says, it's saying you do have a strong foundation for success, and Sometimes this energy can say that you've been playing small and not to sell yourself short. Sometimes you do have to take risks in life, and perhaps that's what happened, and that energy is now coming in. The second level is your heart's desires, and the third is your crown and glory. So this energy is talking about moving forward in, that you do have a strong foundation to bring this new energy in. It says you may have to take some risks. And the danger here, of course, is discerning how much risk to take, because if you don't grab on to this energy, then you won't, you're going to miss an opportunity. But if you make the wrong choice of who to work with, and that the tower tends to come in. So this energy is kind of, I feel, where you're at right now. And then we have, it could be past, present, or future, but it's in this reading right now is what I'm reading. And so this is a message that's coming in. The pages worked for the king and queen in the court, and they generally would start working for them around the age of 7 to 14. And they would sort of learn the ropes and apprentice and deliver messages within the palace walls and, just small tasks. And then as they were more and more accomplished, they would be considered when they were 21 to be able to be maybe put up for a knighthood. And then they would be like outside of the palace walls and delivering messages far and wide and protecting, the kingdom, that kind of energy. So the page of Pentacles represents a form of communication coming in. He is very focused on his element. The element is of the pentacle. The pentacle is earth energy. And he's focused on this, studying it. Okay, now how can I really, it's almost like he's holding it with reverence. Now, how do I accomplish making this money my crown and glory? And it's about really having done some research, possibly. This communication nowadays, it would, in the old days, it would be coming in as, like on foot and in person. It could be in person, but it's more likely it could be a text, an email, a phone call, social media post. It could be documents sent to you. It could be a phone call from your lawyer or something like that, because we have the energy here of something happened regarding Pentacles. So now this could also be an opportunity coming in. And generally when the Page of Pentacles is delivering an offer, it is a valid one. It's, it might be from the King of Swords. Maybe someone is interested in investing in a new project that you're beginning. It's something about the new, and that's the energy coming up. It's something you've been waiting for. You've been waiting for this to come in. And so this may be a really good energy for you. This energy here is the Temperance. And so this is talking about following your divine path and staying on it even when it's difficult, even when there's illusions, and when you're in this energy and you have to stand for your convictions, and there's you're feeling like it's been really challenging. And maybe I feel quite often when we have this, can represent like a new idea that is possibly very different from other people's ideas. And you may have found that people were kind of treating you like you didn't know what you were doing, like you were a baby. Like, what are you talking about? That's a ridiculous thought. That's not going to work. But now you have someone, you've been patiently working at it, and now you have someone that's maybe possibly interested in investing in this in some form. And this is talking about congratulations, because you've waited patiently for other people to catch up to your idea. I like this energy. And, no offense, Aries, but your energy can be quite rammy and stubborn. You think about a newborn baby, they come in head first. And that's the energy. And I feel like you feel like maybe you've been beating your head against the wall, to try and get your point across. So this is about congratulations for controlling your temper, etc. this temperance is coming through, like what you've been waiting for. And this is a fire energy. It's about these actions, wanting to take action and, standing on that action. And the temperance card is actually representing Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is not known for being patient. So it's saying like, the universe is aware that it has been a challenging time for you to be patient during this phase of your life. And this is talking, okay, so now we have some energy of a lover coming in the external forces. So this represents here, most often it's a romantic partner that's coming in. If you may have met this person already, or it may be someone new, that that you have a romantic interest in, they have a romantic interest in you. And the sun shows that this is something that the universe and God are sending your way to empower you on your journey. The external forces are like the internal forces are the what ifs, like what if I do this, what if that happens, what if I do that happens. So this has been preparing you for your divine partner coming in. Now, do you notice there's clouds across from here, between them, sorry, and this is saying that they don't know each other very well as they think, and sometimes this can represent your energy and your higher self and your masculine and feminine energies coming together, so that you have the ability to choose. The Lover's card is about choosing the right people and the partner for you. This is right up the Capricorn energy, building something new. This new moon is, I feel like, going to bring in a lot of energy for a lot of people in this way. But you, because Mars is sitting up there in Capricorn and it rules you, this is really going to influence your energy. Let's look here. This is how you're identifying with yourself right now, that you have... you're the wounded warrior. You've been trying to get this mission done. And it's like, banging your head against the wall is the energy. And this is about your abundance and self-worth. So this is talking about really having to stick with this. Like, it's been really challenging. And I feel like you've been a little bit disappointed in other people. It's kind of changed your view of the world a little bit. You're a little bit less trusting of those around you, because you're finding that, they're kind of ridiculing you for your idea, but behind the scenes, maybe you found out, while they've been ridiculing you, they've been looking into it themselves, kind of energy, because they want to do it themselves. And so whenever you have a really good idea like this, keep it to yourself and tell people about it after you have like you have it's already in progress and you have it up and running. Invite them to the party, like, I've this to the grand opening or whatever that is. So the King of Swords energy is talking about communication, and sometimes from early life. So this can represent being in an energy in a family that cut through the bullshit. That's the energy I'm feeling. And it's kind of like, maybe the words sometimes were a little bit harsh, but they were honestly what people were saying. I feel like that's the energy. And this is your foundation, for your emotional foundation from your upbringing. That you have a solid upbringing, like a solid foundation of understanding about money. But sometimes this energy can say that you've been taught to really play it safe, don't take any risks with your money. This is the way you do it, and you don't, differ from that. And that might be why you're feeling this energy right now. And then I'm just getting that possibly you thought other people would be really excited about it when you told them about it, and you thought that they would maybe want to get in on it with you, and they're just kind of like, no. And then other people are saying that, but you've heard through the grapevine now that, they've been looking into it for themselves, kind of energy. And then that's why you keep it to yourself until the grand opening. And we have the Page of Pentacles. So this is talking about, your creativity. And this can sometimes talk about romance and wanting to start a family and have children, etc. But it also could talk about this pentacle idea of yours, something that you've thought about since you were a child. And then we have, this is about your daily health, your health and your daily routines and some of the habits that you have. And so I feel like you have been very impatiently patient, waiting to make this come through. So now the external forces this is the what ifs. So the internal forces, this is what you have control over. You can't control these external forces coming in, but you do have the ability to control yourself. And the more you control your temper and, your impulsive nature, we're also moving into the year of the horse on the Chinese New Year on February 17th. And a lot of people are feeling this energy that the year of the horse, the fiery horse, makes everybody want to move forward and gallop. Let's go for a ride, like that kind of energy. What is it? I'd rather be on a Mustang than in one, that kind of energy. And so it's talking about being very free-spirited, but this can also be very impulsive energy. And it can also be the kind of energy where you just keep pushing forward stubbornly to the point where you're ramming your idea down other people's throat, kind of like that energy. So this is what this is saying is, being patiently impatient. That's okay. So we'll look for the external forces. Yeah, you feel like external forces have been sabotaging you. You feel like people tried to talk you out of your idea, whatever. And you're laying here feeling like, who can I trust kind of energy. And just then, perhaps you're going to meet someone that brings that faith back to you, I feel. I feel this was a blessing in disguise because people... it's not, I'm getting, this isn't vindictive or really, this could be family members and friends that you have known for a long time, and they think they know you better than you know yourself. And you've always been this real steady person, that always has, does things the traditional way. And they just are where is this coming from? But they don't know you as well as they think they do. So this energy could be a blessing in disguise because you've learned so much about yourself from it. And then we have the world's changing for you. Yeah. And you're happy. It's been challenging. Of course it's been challenging because anytime that we push ourselves to do new, it's going to create a situation where there's a lot of opportunities for failure. So this is the energy of staying in the game and taking the small little risks in small steps, observing, hey, did that work, or did that, is there some way that I could just tweak that a little to move forward in an even stronger way? And the world is saying that you have reached some form of achievement and this is the end of the cycle. And I feel like this is talking about, this is the 10 card. So this is the energy of 2026. Moving into 2026, it's going to be a whole new world for you. When the Fool starts his journey in the tarot, he starts at the 0 point and he goes through all the cards until he hits the world. And the world is number 21. And then the Fool begins a new cycle on his journey. I feel this is the end of boring days. I feel like this sometimes represents a never-ending nightmare. But I feel like this idea of yours that you've had, I think, since you were quite young, but you just haven't spoken of it because it's a little out there, that you have now accepted that, other people maybe can't see it, and it's probably good they can't. It's just continue doing what you're doing. This can represent consistent steps of action, enlightenment that you received in the wee hours of the morning from source energy. And it's saying that sometimes you have to let go of people and places and shift that no longer is going to serve, how you are now, and that you have that right to rebirth yourself, and that someone is going to come along that's going to be perfect for you. This quilt, it has images of the cosmos in it. And this is representing, hey, the universe has you covered. And it also, I feel like sometimes this is a never-ending nightmare, but I feel for you it's more like the boring days are over. And you're like, glory, hallelujah. Time for the new. Okay, no, this is the next card here. I accidentally grabbed two. So we have justice. So yeah, some form of justice is coming in. Now this could be some kind of legal justice or something like that, because you know, we have the wounded warrior energy here. We have some illusions. We had a reality check, and this could represent a lawyer. But it also could just be representing the fact that, you know, between these, you're sitting in between these two extremes of doing things the way everybody else does it and the way that you want to do it. And you've been able to get neutral in between there. And you've learned that just because other people don't see your vision doesn't mean that it's not vision worthy of proceeding with. Yes, sometimes this is the shift disturber. So this is the card of shifty business, and it can be talking about someone being a thief in broad daylight, stealing these swords. But it also can be talking about someone that's doing it because they, the people in the village behind them, they don't want to have to fight with them. They just want to move forward with their new innovative idea. And I feel this is a walking contradiction, because they're still looking back and they're moving forward and they're being sneaky, but they're in broad daylight kind of energy. I feel like in this case, it's talking about you have this innovative idea, and the people in your village, like you know, the people that you've known for a long time that think they know you, have not been like that supportive of your idea. And that's okay. You've accepted that. That's okay. But you're taking your idea and you're going with it, and you're just going to sneak on out of there, and you've learned to keep your mouth shut. Just do it. And yes, there we have conception taking place. So this is talking about these right here, everything behind you, that now everything that you learned from this is going into this new idea and conception. It means that you have birthed this idea. Now, there's no other cards here about love. So in some ways, I feel that in this reading, it's talking about having love for yourself and having had to learn to balance your masculine and your feminine energy. In that, your masculine energy is the part of you that wants to move forward and takes responsibility, like in this Capricorn energy, being a real adult. Okay, if I want to build this, I have to take consistent steps of action. And I have to move forward on my own volition. Like I have to say, I know beyond a doubt that this is what I'm going to do, regardless of the energy of the other people around me that may or may not see my vision. And your feminine energy of being very creative and allowing this energy to come in and finding creative solutions by using your mind as well as your intuition. I feel like that could possibly be more what that part of the reading is about. Do you want to come up, Stella? Okay. Did you eat some chicken? Eh? You're being a big baby talking about babies of the zodiac. Your job is to sit and purr, do your job. Instead, she's being a pain in the butt. I fed you. I put that food down for you because I knew that you would wake up and you'd be hungry. All right, so we have, we're going to clarify this energy now for you, Aries, and I like it. I feel like, you know, you're learning how to be your own individual, and that's awesome. If you are enjoying this reading, please do like and comment. It really does empower me to build my channel. And I'm going to clarify this with Tales from the Vector, my oracle, and that's Tails. This is something I began in 2007, and it's in 2020 I completed the 64th painting. It's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. I'm an artist, and so I was painting these big 3-foot by 4-foot dragon paintings. It complicated things, but dragons like to go big or go home. So I understand this energy, Aries, I really do. Having an innovative idea that no one else can understand is okay. You're ahead of your time is what's coming up. All right, so I'm going to clarify with these cards. I'm just working right now actually on bringing this out into the 3D, but I need a booklet to go along with the cards. So I am working on the information, and I'm just tuning into this energy and waiting to see what card wants to come out. And in the description box below, I will put the numbers of the cards down in the order they appear in this reading so that you can take a look there. And if you want, you can go to my website, talesfromthevector.com. That's TAILS. Oh, there we have. Whoa, these cards are jumping all over the place. All right. So yeah, we're ready here. We're going to clarify this first, the energy that came in. This is the sun is shining on you. So the sun is God. And this is your divine path. And that's why it's such a weird idea, because you're unique and you have a unique mission. Quite often, the wounded warrior represents someone that has been designated by God for a special mission on the planet. And you're the only one that would have the special qualities needed to be able to do this plan. That's why the other people around you couldn't see your vision. So this is saying, just confirmation. Yeah, you know what you know because you were meant to know what you know. And then look at, I love this. This is what jumped out of the deck. So Aries, you're representing yourself here. And this is talking about you may be an infant and you may be vulnerable, but you stayed on your path. Despite all things, you went, this is talking about your domestic and your wild side, and you managed to balance that. Really, really cool energy. So this is talking about I am what I do and I do what I am kind of energy. And so that's really, it's confirmation for yourself. I love that. When you come in when you come in this powerfully, like this is talking about, hey, I can handle this new moon Capricorn energy. I know I'm just a baby, but I'm a grown-up baby. And I understand how to get shit done. That's so cool. We have, sometimes when, you share your idea too soon, but you may have been looking for financial backing for it, whatever, right? And so, you have to do that too. But it's just like quite often people are not going to see your idea, especially if it's a brilliant one that's ahead of its time, right? So this is this progress in motion kind of energy. So destruction. Some people just love to take other people's ideas down, and that's because they don't have the courage to fail. When you think about it, some people never fail, and everybody looks up to them. Oh, you're always like, you never fail. Yeah, because you never try anything like out of the box, this far out of the box, like Aries is willing to do right now. And because if you don't fail, then you're not pushing yourself. It's a matter of controlling that failure, like not running to. That's the danger of this energy of the fiery horse. If you're on foot and you go down the wrong path, you're only going to get so far before you realize, hey, I'm on the wrong path. But if you're on a horse that has the bit in its mouth and it's just running as fast as it can where it wants to go, you could go really far down the wrong path, that kind of energy. And then we have the Cancer energy coming in. Yeah, the full moon that we just had on the 3rd was in the Cancer energy, and that was a volatile full moon. A lot of people, because the Sun and Mars and Venus were all in opposition in Capricorn. And all of that energy, men are from Mars, women are from Venus energy. It brought up a lot of information, or a lot of clashy energy between lovers even. And maybe that was part of this energy. Like even you had a lover that you thought, they'll understand, but they didn't. I want to make it very clear that when the zodiac signs come up for me in a general collective reading like this, I'm looking at the qualities that each of these signs brings into the universe, onto the planet. And so we have the infant, and now we have the adolescent, and being able to feel, and you can use your intuition rather than talking about the emotions and the feelings. You hurt my feelings. No, it's more like I can feel. I can use my central nervous system to feel whether that makes me anxious or if it, like, whether it's weak or strong, like that energy. So it's about learning to use your intuition in a real strong way. And then we have there talking about intuition. So this is saying, you know, you can ask a logical question and then use your intuition to answer it and then apply that logically to get where you want to go. Because if you just keep asking one question after another question, you can end up getting in this stuck, boring energy. Like, it keeps you from moving forward because it's like, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? Or in this case, if it's in the external forces, what the EF happened. Well, what the F happened was that you were in the, some external forces came through and they shut you down. You allowed it, though. So this is talking about you have to use the insight from your third eye as well as, you know, your common sense and your, you know, logical mind. And then we have the hermit. So, yeah, I feel like this is like saying if you're going to invest in something or put a lot, you know, with your finances in particular, and then you need to do the research. The hermit goes up to the top of the mountain, confers with God, and when they have the lamp is full of the light of the knowledge of what they need to do, they come down from the mountain, and then the hermit implements that. So this is saying do your research. Like, don't just willy-nilly take risks, right? Like, you want to make sure that you research things properly before you take. And then consult, if it's to do with your money, consult with experts to make sure that the paperwork is correct, etc., contracts, anything like that. We have the Capricorn coming in here saying, yes, you can see the possibilities that are hidden in the challenges. This is talking about the new moon in Capricorn on the 18th of January. It's going to really amplify that energy for a lot of people. And then we have, the devil coming in. So Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and so is the devil ruled by Saturn. And so the energy, the devil is really temptation. And in this case, it was saying that you overcame that temptation just to rush into it. Because it would have, this was something you need to do your due diligence. If you're, you know, if it's an idea that's a little off the wall, you still need to investigate the financial end of it and the contracts and who you're working with. When this temptation comes up like this, and this can talk also about this lover here, there was something that maybe at the same time, and I feel like it's a secondary story for you, that there was something between you and your lover that made it like, okay, I'm done here. That's where you kind of got to this energy. So we're going to see what's this energy about. The devil, you're never going to get the truth from, because the devil is more interested in temptation. What is the devil going to tempt you with? Not, oh, I'm going to hand you some horrible shift that you're going to really hate, and then I'm going to steal your soul on top of it. No. This is talking about the devil is trying to take your choice from you and use your choices for their own means, kind of energy. So let's see. The devil never does their own dirty work. So who is the minion they sent in? Disruption. And yeah, what is fun for some is not fun for everyone. So there was a whole bunch of people that sort of started almost mocking your idea and really like making fun of it behind the scenes, and they thought it was really funny to do so. That's the energy I'm picking up. And maybe one of them was your lover, because maybe your lover was saying, I liked him better when he was steady like this. That's not who the person I thought. Yeah, falling and failing in love is a matter of eye. So once you decide you love yourself enough that you're going to be yourself and you're going to move forward in the way that you want to move forward in, you might lose your lover. It could be the energy is they fell in love with the person you were, and now you're a different person. And now, so are you going to go backwards now? to keep your lover, you know, that kind of energy. It's making these hard choices. But I do feel that a lot of people were mocking your idea and mocking you. And, you know, you're going to have the last laugh. I can feel that, because look at the energetic upgrade is on that. That drove you forward even more. Like, I will show them. That's that Rami Aries energy. I will stand. I will take my first step. That kind of energy. And that's kind of the energy it put you in. So they did you a favor in a weird way. And yes, it's talking about you're definitely moving forward. This is talking about the power of spin. Like, this is already in motion. You're already moving into this new cycle of energy. And what I don't know won't hurt me. Yeah, this is talking about, again, doing your research. And also, this is enlightenment from above that kind of is showing you, because this is your divine mission. That's why other people don't understand it. They weren't meant to. It's a very, I'm getting, it's a very innovative, different idea. And dissemination. So elephant, what elephant? It's kind of, you don't want to get in, like, all of this kind of energy. We have a lot of tactics being played out here. Like, we have, you know, people trying to destroy your idea because it's fun for them to do so. And then, you know, you being kind of like, never seen that about these people before. And now you can't help but see it. Like, and you realize, oh, okay. There's some things that you just don't share. Like, you don't talk about politics at the dinner table kind of energy, you know, that kind of energy. And then we have the Libra energy coming in. So this is about being very mature and being able to really, you know, the Libra energy is when you're mature enough that you could get married, start a family, and have all that energy happening. I don't feel that this reading is about lovers in the way that this is the main focus of it. It's more the external forces that were coming at you. The main thing here, it was not to fall for illusions that you couldn't do this, and that you are correct here. This is something that you were designed to do, and you're good at it, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise kind of energy. And so we have, yeah, the strength and the integrity to be able to move forward like a grown adult. There we go. You're no baby. You might be very sweet, but you're not a baby. So if you've enjoyed this reading as much as I have, please do like and comment, and consider subscribing to the channel if you resonate with the energy. I really enjoyed this information. It's really good advice for everybody, like to, you know, stick with if you know what you know about yourself, and this is an idea that you just can't get a hold of, you're not going to be satisfied until you either do it, or you could sit there for the rest of your life wondering, oh, I wonder what would have happened if I would have actually done it, that kind of energy. So I will be back with another reading for you. This is the new moon reading, and then the next one for you will be the end of the month. So bye for now, Aries.